Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from Palace. Today we are talking about their holiday 2024 drop number 4 for this holiday season. We're talking about the best items to go for resale, some of the sleepers, and everything in between. So if you like Palace, you want to know what's coming now and my opinion on it for whatever reason, this is the video for you, and let's get right into it. Before we get started, I wanted to let you guys know I am now sponsored by Champs Sports. If you ever want to support the channel at no additional cost, use my affiliate links for Champs down below. They have all the latest sneaker styles from the Nike Air Max DN, Air Jordan Retros, and even your favorite New Balance styles. So big shout out to Champs Sports. Really happy to have them on board, and again, links in the description. I get a small commission fee if you purchase via Champs Sports, so check them out and let's get into the video. So here we are on palacecommunity.com. I will post the drop list down below if you guys want to follow along, and we have some pretty cool items to look at from this holiday 2024 drop list. If you guys like Palace content, a like and a comment really helps me out. And now let's break down each and every item releasing, starting with the accessories. And yet again, here we have a wonderful miscategorization on Palace Community. These are not accessories. They are in fact the Polartec Patch Up Rugby, which I think the one to go for would be this multicolored one. Definitely a warm winter rugby for the cold months out there in the UK or wherever. I'm going to order all the wacky shit this season, obviously. And then there's the full sentence there. And if I just start reading every single sentence, it's going to be a long ass video, but there it is. Pretty cool rugby from Palace, available in some other colorways. Maybe the black could be okay. I don't really see much resale, if any, on any of these, but if there would be one, I could see potentially the rugby in larger sizes. Let's check out the hats, because if you know anything about Palace, you know their hats always end up doing pretty well, honestly, especially the beanies. First up, we got this teddy beanie fox tip, which looks like faux animal fur with a Palace logo right in the middle. I'm not sure how big this is. I can say from the Palace hats I've had, they do run on the smaller end, so if you're a big-headed fellow, keep that in mind. Most of them are just one size, and I've never seen them release a hat exactly like this. So if you know how these certain kinds of beanies fit, let me know in the comments down below. We also have this available in the cow colorway, which I think could be the more hyped style. I don't know why. I just kind of get that feeling that this spotted design could end up being sought after, but these beanies I could see selling out pretty quickly, definitely in the fox tip and the cow. Black one is just okay, nothing spectacular. I think if you're going for either of these, you're better off going for that faux fur look. And then in the hat department, we have this awesome horse 6-panel with the cow print, very outdoor vibes. It's kind of camo adjacent. It's got Palace Outdoors on the embroidery, palaceskateboards.com with the horse, giving me that Supreme Mustang jersey vibes, this time in a hat with the Palaska embroidery with those elk antlers. Super sick, very Alaskan, very Christmas if you think about it, because Alaska do be cold, and I think Santa has his summer house down there outside of Homer, Alaska, but you didn't hear that from me. And we got a couple colorways of this piece. You saw the green one, the all black one, but again, I think that cow print is the one to go for if you're going after the hyped hat of the week. Next up, we got some t-shirts, and 2 different tees in a bunch of different colorways. We have this tri-slip tee as well as the equestrian tee. First up, for the tri-slip, a nice tri-fur design on the front left area of your chest, and the design looks to be sort of a steel plate kind of design, which is interesting. Available in a bunch of different colorways. Not going to click through all of them. It does say it is 100% cotton, probably. And then to match the hat, the equestrian tee for all of the horse people out there. Here you go. You got the horseshoes on the side. Same design featured on the hat, this time screen printed on the front of your t-shirt. And we don't see any back hits on this, so I assume it's just going to be this front design. Maybe a small Palace hit behind the neck, not too sure. Looks very comfortable. I assume classic Palace t-shirt prices, which is like 50 something bucks, 40. Been a little bit since I bought a Palace tee. I think they might be 44 bucks, but around that general price range. They're pretty comfortable, fairly similar to Supreme tees. Now let's get into some more hype shit. We got the sweatshirts. I think this Palaska design is gonna do pretty well. It's a pretty fun play on words. And then we also have the Outdoors crew. They're changing the name of this equestrian design for all the different types of garments prints that it's printed on. Love to see it. Keep it nice and mysterious, Palace. Here we go with the Appalachian hood. Very nice embroidery with some fun patterns that is also featured on a Sherpa we will look at in a second. Also a side hit on the left sleeve. Not sure if that's embroidered or screen printed. This is definitely embroidered though. Looks very comfy, heavy GSM. You saw my stream a few weeks back. We reacted to a video where they talked all about the Palace and Supreme hoodies and how they are made and constructed. And from personal use, I can say this Palace zip is very comfortable. If it's anything like this on the pullover, I'm sure it's going to be a very comfortable hoodie. My favorite color, man, it's tough. I think I got to give it to the gray. I think the Palaska just looks the best on it, but I could also be swayed for the navy perhaps. What do you guys think? Ooh, I said all that before the green though. Could end up being the green. I think that definitely has those nature vibes when it comes to the Palaska design, but they're all pretty nice. I assume these are going to be like $160, something like that. Typically how Palace hoodies are priced at, maybe $170 for the fancy embroidery. And then we got the crew neck with the equestrian design that we've become oh so accustomed with in this video. Available in 4 different colors. Very nice. Which one is your favorite? And do we get a back hit? We do not. That is very sad. 2 more categories to go. We are saving the best for last. These jackets I do think are some of the best. Definitely this Sherpa right here. We also have some random Gore-Tex thrown in the mix because why not? It's Palace we're talking about here. But when we're talking jackets this week, it has to be this Appalachian funnel fleece. This Palaska blue is so incredible. That Sherpa looks so warm, and I love this all over design of this beautiful, picturesque mountain in the great state of Alaska. You got the Palace, maybe outdoors. I'm not sure what it says on the bottom there, but very cool indeed. Looks super warm. Also available in a sunrise or sunset variant. I think the blue meets the theme a lot more for a winter design, but both will end up selling out almost certainly. I think it's a very nice design, and I do like that this one says Palace and not Palaska. I think Palaska is featured on the embroidery on the side, and I like that they're switching it up, like with the Palaska on the hoodie, Palace on the Sherpa. Very nice indeed. We also have the Gore-Tex Infinitum jacket in black. I think black is probably the best one to go for. Pretty standard Palace Gore-Tex design. You got the Triferg there at the bottom, all the Gore-Tex windstopper technology. You know how I feel about Gore-Tex. Too many forever chemicals available, but still pretty wind resistant, water resistant, all that fun stuff. Definitely looks pretty cool. Gonna be expensive, probably 300 something bucks for this guy. Maybe a little less, but typically Gore-Tex be taxing like that. And then last, but certainly not least, the custom tops. Oh yes, we have the Bones Cowichan, which I think could end up being the most sought after item this week. It just gives off those really incredible high-end streetwear vibes. You got the Palace and the Chinese characters, bones on the side. Feel like skeletons are doing pretty well right now in the streetwear world with the Supreme Thermal Bones camo releasing earlier this season from Supreme, and now Palace coming back with their Cowichan. These are apparently all hand-stitched or something like that. Someone was telling me that Cowichans are made in that way, which apparently justifies the $500+ price that you can expect from them. I assume Palace is going to be pretty similar. Love this back hit with the skull and crossbones with the Palace in this kind of 8-bit style, looking like an old computer game or something, like a Game Boy. Low poly design. Very cool though. White one I don't think is as good. It is a bit tougher to pull off that creamy sweater, but still very cool. Do think black really gets the point across. Like, I feel like black with white bones is just kind of the traditional way we can expect to see a bone design, but both are still really cool. Expect retails to be super high, and like always, we don't really get Palace pricing until a day or two before. There's a few Instagram accounts you can follow that sometimes give that information out early, but sometimes we don't know what the prices are even until the EU drop, which happens a few hours before the global release. But that is the full drop list from Palace, man. What do you guys think of the collection? It's fairly small, but I think hits a lot of nice points with the warm Sherpas, the dope Cowichan being that pinnacle piece of the week. Got some good beanies with some faux fur designs, Gore-Tex in the mix, Palaska, you got horses, cow camo, Trifergs, some random Rugbies. In terms of resale, I really would say the best is probably going to end up being this Cowichan. Even though it's really expensive, it's probably going to be the best. If you don't want to risk all that money, I think potentially this Appalachian funnel fleece in this color especially. We can see it is the highest upvoted item of the week, which usually does indicate people are digging it quite a bit. You can see both of these beanies are being upvoted pretty high, as well as Gore-Tex, but I don't know if I see that as a real good item to resell. I'm not as familiar with Gore-Tex Palace reselling and how that all works. I'm sure it does happen. And then even though these Appalachian hoodies or Pulaska designs aren't super upvoted, I still think one of them could end up being pretty good, but it probably will be colorway dependent. And I also would say this 6-panel at a certain point, maybe not immediately, will end up reselling, but that's pretty much my takes. Only item I'd really recommend avoiding would be that Polartec patch up Rugby. I just don't think it looks that distinct. Even this multicolor design, it has 6 downvotes versus 5 upvotes. I don't even know if anyone's actually voting on this website. For some reason, the Supreme one seems to work so much better than the Palace one, but I say that every time we look at it. But that's gonna do it, guys, for this week's video and the last potential drop from Palace, unless they do some random drop after Christmas, which I don't see them doing. This is it from Palace Holiday 2024. Let me know what you're copying in the comments down below. Remember to leave a like and check out Champ Sports. I really appreciate them reaching out and sponsoring your boy with a nice affiliate partnership. Links in the description. Check that out. Consider becoming a member if you want to support the channel even more. I will be offering all members a chance to purchase my Supreme Stone box logo, size large, for retail plus shipping. More information will come out later on once I get those in hand. Probably do a review, etc., etc. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys have a great week. I will be going live this week for Supreme, not for Palace, because I will be traveling back home for the holidays, and I will be making an effort to still make videos even on vacation, even on Christmas. I'm gonna be grinding out there in these streetwear streets. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.